Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. This is Marcy James, the Social Media Director for OBO, and today I'm going to do a webinar on Facebook 102, which is fan pages. This is our fan page, our business page webinar, and I do intermix those terms. So at times I may refer to it as a Facebook fan page, or I may refer to it as a business page, but don't be confused. They are one and the same, and you'll see that too across the internet when you read information about Facebook business pages. Some people Facebook itself still refers to it as a fan page, but most marketing people and bloggers that write about them will call it a business page rather than a fan page. So I just want to make sure to clarify that there is really no difference between the two. Now, I do not have a moderator on the call with me today, so if you have any questions during the webinar, type them into the questions panel, and you should see that on your GoToMeeting menu bar. There's a little area for questions. Type them in there, and then I will stay on after I go through my slides. I'll stay on and answer all of your questions. Now, this webinar probably will take about 40 to 45 minutes with the slides. Just depending on how off topic I get. And then we will move forward with your questions after I go through the webinar. Let's go ahead and pull the screen up. If you should be seeing my screen, if you don't look in your menu, in your system bar at the very bottom, you should see a little flower icon. That flower icon is for the GoToMeeting screen, so click on that and it should pop up the screen and you should see the social media bandwagon. All right, let's go ahead and move on to look at why Facebook is so important. Well, Facebook is probably, for me, is my hub on the internet. It's my favorite place to hang out. It's for business and for social purposes. Today, Facebook has almost 900 million users. The largest demographic is the 35 to 45-year-old age group, which coincidentally also happens to be one of the largest demographic age groups of home buyers. It's a fabulous, fabulous place to network with past clients, present clients, future clients. It's a great place to strengthen those relationships and just stay front of mind with them. Don't let them forget you or who you are or what you do. 48%, and then just some stats I wanted to throw in here about our younger generation. 48% of the 18 to 34-year-olds claim to check Facebook right when they get up in the morning, and 28% of them actually check it on their smartphone before getting out of bed. Pretty interesting stats there. The younger generation really look to Facebook as their connection to their family and friends and staying up to date. 48% of young Americans say they find out about breaking news through Facebook. I can vouch. I'm on Facebook all the time. I don't fit into that age demographic, but I certainly do find out a lot of times about breaking news through Facebook. Now, Facebook is not where I would go if I wanted to get breaking news, and it's certainly not where I would go to find out details about news and what's going on. But as I'm looking through my news feed, I do see things that are going on, and then from there I can, go and try to get more information. People that you friend on Facebook or really through any social media site are actually more likely to interact with you than they would in real life. So by reaching out to people, it's less threatening to them, and when you can engage and interact with them online, you can actually create really, really strong friendships and bonds. It's amazing. Since I took over marketing, social media marketing for OBO, and I spend so much time online, I really created friendships with realtors across the U.S. and Canada, which are strong friendships and relationships, people that I feel a true personal connection with and I truly care about it. And we really, occasionally we'll hop on the phone and have personal conversations, and these online interactions have really created true friendships for me, and that's the whole key as a marketer for you, is to go out there and create those same relationships with people that you would love to do business with or have already done business with. Studies also show that engaging and interacting online is more effective than traditional advertising. So it really, the only cost is your time. Okay, let's move on. And some of the things we're going to go over today are we're going to look at the different types of fan pages you could create. We're going to talk about throughout the webinar. We're going to look at some of the changes that Facebook has made. We're going to look at how to set up and create your fan page. We're going to look at some changes that have taken place with the timeline and how to use the timeline. We're going to look at some applications. We're going to look at how, probably most importantly, we're going to look at how to get more fans and how to get more likes. What and when to post is important, and then how to entice fans to engagement. So those last three are really the meat of the webinar: how to get those fans, what and when to post, and then how to get the engagement and participation, which is so vitally important on a fan page. Before we actually roll into this, I want to talk a little bit about the differences between a Facebook fan page or business page and your profile page. Fan pages are better for SEO. They're indexed by the search engines, and you don't even have to be a Facebook user to do a search and find a fan page. And even if you're not a Facebook user, you can actually look at a fan page and see what's going on that fan page. So fan pages are great for that. It's also a great hub for you to be able to really market your listings if that's what you want to do. And do more sales related. You can do promoted posts, so you can actually push posts into the news feed. Actually, you can do, Facebook has just allowed you to do that from your profile page also. It's not available to everyone, but soon your Facebook friends are going to be able to pay to promote their posts into more news feeds, which is really interesting to see where that goes. It's going to I'm just really curious to see how Facebook deals with that, or how people deal with it. But anyway, the difference is with a Facebook page or a fan page or a business page, you can't reach out to people like you can from a profile page. A fan page cannot go over to the wall of one of its fans and say happy birthday or congratulations on your new home. You can't do that from a fan page. You can only do that from your profile page. So ultimately, in my opinion, being able to engage with your clients and reach out to them through your profile page is ultimately more important than having a fan page. Don't think that you can create a fan page and not use your profile page as well, your personal profile page. I truly feel that the marketing and the engagement that you can do from your profile page in the long run is going to benefit you as a realtor far more than a business page would. Business pages are fabulous, especially, they're great for SEO. They're especially important for bigger businesses where you can't market from a personal page, like OBO. OBO really has to be done from, I represent OBO and I do a lot of, engaging and reaching out and marketing from my personal page, but we work the fan page as well. And that's really what I want to see you guys doing is don't think you can create a fan page and just, keep your profile page completely personal. You really need to have a combination of both, because from your profile page you can do the reaching out to people and inviting people and engaging, and your fan page is more of a place let's jump into this and you'll see what I mean as we go through the webinar. All right, so as we move forward with your fan page, you need to have a kind of a topic or a target, or you need to think about what kind of page you want to create and what the target content of that page is going to be. Now for SEO, just so you know this, when you have a fan page, keeping content on target to one type of topic is best for SEO, because the more you post on one particular topic, whether it be a city or real estate in general or something totally different, the more that you post on a certain topic, the more the search engines start to see you as an authority on that particular topic. So keeping, it's not that you have to keep all content topic related, but the more consistent you are, the better it is for your SEO. So with that, in mind, let's look at the 3 different types of pages that I would recommend for you as a realtor. And the first one would just be a generic real estate page where you really just talk about real estate in general. You're going to talk about the real estate industry, what's going on in real estate within a community. You can market your properties. You can share fun stories and experiences. It's really just about you and your real estate business, okay? And this is probably what most of you are going to do, but there's a couple other pages that I want you to think about, and one of them would be a geographic niche page. So you're going to pick a geographic area, whether it's a smaller area like Coral Gables, which is a suburb of the city of Miami, or a larger metro area like Miami itself. You could do a page for either one of those and post city-specific and neighborhood-specific information. And these are really fun as well. I know this page belonged to my friend Janie Coffey, and she is in management now. She's not selling so much, but when she was really selling, she had a really great page here. Lots of traffic, lots of engagement, stuff going on, and she posted everything from events that were going on, garage sales, to posts about the architecture of the homes in the area, to lost pets, even negative things, like she would include occasionally burglaries and things like that and get feedback. But she had a lot of engagement from within the Coral Gables area, from within that community, and she attracted people to this page that were interested in the city of Coral Gables, whether they lived there or not. If they had an interest in the city of Coral Gables, they came to her page because her page was a great resource. So you really open yourself up, I think, to a wider audience when you do a geographic specific page rather than a real estate page, because your real estate page, people probably aren't going to click that like button unless, 1, they personally like you, or 2, they've done business with you, or 3, they're planning to do business with you. It's hard to get people to click that like button if they have not yet done business with you, and that's the nice thing. So it's not necessarily going to be great at lead generation. It's going to be really good at staying front of mind and keeping those relationships with your current and past clients strong, but it's not necessarily going to be a great lead generation tool. And that's where the Coral Gables story or a page similar to this would be better at actually attracting a new audience and bringing those into your page. And then the third type of page you could have is a niche market, and there are gazillions of niche type pages that you could create. You could keep it within the real estate industry, so you could do a niche page for short sales, for luxury properties, for waterfront properties, whatever if you have a niche that you like to work with, you could do a page for that. Or you could do a niche that has nothing to do with real estate. It could be Harley Riders of Colorado. It could be golfers in Florida. Whatever if you have a hobby that you really love and you want to build an audience around that hobby and engage and interact with people around that hobby, the niche pages can be really fun. And it doesn't mean that you can't occasionally throw in your real estate content. Absolutely you can, but it's not going to be the focus of the page, okay? All right, so let's move on. Once you've decided on the focus of your page, you're going to go over to Facebook, and you're going to set that page up. And let me just show you, in case you have not done that yet. You're just going to go to facebook.com/pages. And once you get there, you can actually just click this little green Create a Page button. And then you're going to select the type of business that you are, and I choose local business or place. Facebook has changed these over the years. I used to be a brand or a product for, OBO used to be in the brand or product, but then I decided I wanted to go with a local place or business, because this actually allows me to promote posts and do some things that I originally, that I couldn't do from the brand or product page. So they make so many changes with Facebook. It's hard to keep up with them all, but honestly, I think most of you would be fine with either a local place. I think local business or place is going to be what most of you should choose, okay? And then from there, just go in and you're going to name your page and move on from there. All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint, because the next thing, once you have that page created, you're going to get a custom URL. And again, let me just show you where to go to get that. You can go to username, facebook.com/username, or you can actually get to it from your settings as well. But username is the easiest way. So from there, you're just going to select the page you want to give the name to. Type in your name and check availability. I have all my pages already named, so I can't do it. It's telling me my username is already set, but I could add here. You would add it to a page. So, but those are already set as well, so I can't actually walk you through that. Okay, just a few other things that you need to know about pages versus your profile is that pages are now open, which is a good thing for engagement. They're open to the public. So it used to be, up until about a year ago, that in order to engage on a page, you had to click the like button. You could see the page because the page was public. You could see what was going on, but you couldn't actually engage with the page, comment on a post or anything unless you clicked that like button. Well, now you can. Anybody can go over to your page and engage and interact without clicking the like button. So it actually means it's good in for engagement and creating good engagement, but it's bad for somebody that's looking at that number of likes as, you know, the tell-all. The matter of likes that you have is really not what's important. What's more important is the amount of engagement that you get. Engagement is everything on Facebook. It means the most. And so you know, that's what your key is to get the engagement, and you can actually get that without the likes. I mean, it's good to have likes, and most people, you know, once they start engaging on your page, are going to click that like button. So once you get the engagement, you're going to get the likes as well. They kind of tend to go hand in hand, but I don't want you to think that the number of likes is the most important thing. The engagement is king. Engagement is what you want. All right? So let's look at how to go over to Facebook and create a really powerful info page. And I'm actually going to hop out of here. Well, let's see, I have slides. These are some of the things we're going to go over, but you're going to upload your logo or your photo. You're going to provide your basic information. You're going to list all the different ways people can connect with you. So you're going to put in your email, your blog, your website, all your other social media sites. You're going to allow fans to participate by giving them freedom to post on your page. I want you guys to keep your pages open at all times, and I'll show you that setting. You're going to set up your mobile phone so you can get updates and photos from so you can get updates when they occur on your mobile phone, and also so that you can upload photos to Facebook from your phone. That's really important. You want to connect Twitter, and that means what happens when you connect Twitter is that when you post on your fan page, it automatically posts to Twitter, and that's important. You don't want to do the opposite. You don't want to take your tweets and post them to your fan page. I don't like that at all. Twitter's too busy for that. But taking the things that you post on your fan page and automatically posting them onto Twitter is a fabulous way to get your Twitter fans to come over to your fan page, okay? You're going to get your custom URL, which you already did, and then you're going to suggest your page to friends. So let's go over and look at some of that. But first, let's look at how to add this cover image. Now, the cover image is the exact pixels, and you guys don't have to take notes. You're going to get emailed all of these slides, okay? But the exact size is 851 by 315. Now you can upload a standard photo here, and when you do, what happens is Facebook is going to allow you to kind of drag it around and position it the way you want to, because it's not going to fit perfectly. Or you can have a banner created. If you know somebody that's good in graphics, I would have them create a banner for you. I think this banner is so important. It's the first thing people see when they land on your page, and you could even create several banners, maybe seasonal banners, one for every season of the year, one for each of the holidays. I mean, you can really have fun with the banner. And the banner, you can change your banner as often as you want. In fact, I recommend changing it. There are a few rules that go with the banner. You can have no contact information within this banner. You can have no calls to action, like click the like button or comment below. You can't, go head over to our website. You cannot have calls to action, and you cannot have any arrows. So no arrows pointing to the like button or pointing to anything else on the page. So those are Facebook rules and regulations. So you can have logos, you can have, you can have text up there, just no calls to action. Now let's look at the profile pic. This is the little profile pic, and it's a square image. It's 180 by 180. Again, you can upload almost any size photo there and then drag and drop to center it where you want it. But if you can have somebody create a custom image for you, it would be great. Also, it's really good if it's possible to keep this image consistent. You do not want to change this image. It is your branding, and this is the thumbnail that people see when you post. This is what goes through the news feed, and you want to keep yourself recognizable. So it's good to use either your logo or whatever you use here. You want to keep it entirely consistent, and this should not be changed often. Okay, if you change it every couple years, okay, but to change, keep up with your branding, but don't change this often. Okay, let's go back over here to before we move on to apps, there's things I want to show you here. So I'm going to go to the OBO fan page. Now I had saved in my browser, I have a shortcut, but if you don't, all you have to do to go to your fan page is click the arrow up here in the dark blue bar, and you'll see all of your fan pages. You just click on the page you want to go to. Okay, so I clicked on OBO, so now I'm on the OBO page. This is my admin panel, and we'll talk about this in a little while, and if I scroll down, I'll see my page. So here's the banner, and to change this banner, all you have to do is hover over it, and you'll see the change cover. And then you just click on that and browse to where the photo is that you want to upload. Same with your profile pic. All you have to do is hover your mouse over it. You'll see the edit profile picture pop up. You click on that and then browse to where the photo is. Okay, let's click on the About button. I want to go here. And you're going to, within the About, you would just click Edit to edit any of the information in here. Now, these fields actually will change depending on which type of fan page you set up. If you chose the local business, like I suggested, then you are going to have the exact same fields that you see here. And I want you to fill them out as completely as possible. There's a couple things I want you to notice, like website. I don't have just one website here. I have multiple websites listed. I have our website, our blog, our training center, all of our social media sites as well. And then under products, I included, and you may not have products, but honestly, you do have products. You have pages for buyers, pages for sellers, REO information, foreclosure, for all the different pages of your site that provide information. I would suggest you put them here like I did. And what I did was I put, I did it as bullet points, and I said, home site, which is, our virtual tour product, and I put a link to the home site page on our website. Real estate photography, I put a link to the real estate photography page. Style designer, a link to the style designer, and so on and so forth. And this is actually great for our SEO. This is really good for our SEO, and it would be great for your SEO if you did the same for your website. So pull out individual pages of your site and put them here. Okay, and it's really good for your SEO. About information, again, remember that this is all going to be indexed by the search engine. So fill out this information, add some great keywords and keyword phrases within there. Make sure that you are including contact information. There should be an email address and a phone number listed. And I say this in all my webinars, but you need to have public information everywhere as far as your email address and your phone number goes, because wherever you have a presence online, if someone that's connected with you on that site, they see you and it reminds them, oh yes, I want to call her. My sister's thinking about listing her house. I want to call her, or I want to send her an email and give her the information. They're going to want to find it on the site that they're currently on. They're not going to want to have to leave and go to your website or go somewhere else. So whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest, wherever, make sure your phone number and your email address are public, and you're going to get it's better customer service when people can reach out to you from whatever site they're on. All right, a few more things I wanted to point out. I'm just going to go back to the home page. And I'm going to click up here at the top of the admin panel where it says Edit Page. Okay, you guys see where I'm at? Try not. Sometimes I go too fast, and I really, I know I lose people. So I'm going to click on, let's see, let's click on Update Info. And now you can see that I have all these little settings here on the left-hand side, and I want to go through some of these. Now, the basic information page, this is where you can select, again, if you already have a fan page, you can easily change the category that you chose when you set it up originally right here. Again, we have local business. From here, you can pick a subcategory if you'd like. You can get your username right here if you want to as well. So lots of different information. You can set up your map location. OBO is headquartered in Salt Lake City, or actually we're in Bountiful, Utah now. We moved, so we have the map location. You would probably want to have your office location listed here, but you don't have to. You can actually leave this out if you want to. Okay, let's move on to, this is just basic again. Fill this out as completely as possible. All right, let's go up to your settings. I'm going to click right up here at the very top. I'm on the left-hand side of the page here where it says your settings. You guys see my mouse? Okay, there's a few things that are really important here that I want to post out, and one of them is posting preferences. I want you to keep this unchecked. What this does, it allows you to post on your fan page as both your fan page and your profile page. If you have this checked, you can only post as your fan page, on your fan page. You would never be able to post as your profile. But I like to do both. I like to make posts as a fan page, and I like to come back and engage with them and comment on those posts as my profile. So that way I'm actually starting a chain of engagement within the post. So I really like to do that. So I want you to keep that unchecked. Email notifications, this is entirely up to you, but I highly recommend that you do have this set up so that you know when people have engaged on your page. And then on-site notification is send me a Facebook. Actually, I'm going to turn that on, a Facebook notification that would go right up here in one of these when this is a new one they just recently added. But I like this. This is something I was missing because they quit doing this a while back. I wasn't getting notifications up here when someone engaged on my page. I kept having to go over to the page and check. I really like this. So go ahead and check that one off as well, and then save changes. Okay, some other things I want to point out over here. Let's look at resources is a good one. When you click on the resources, and again I'm in the left-hand column over here, I clicked on resources. There's a lot of great things you should know about here. Should you ever want to do Facebook advertising, this is where you can go to get it. You can get your username here as well. So now we know of 3 different places that you can go to get your username. Social plugins is really important. This is where you can, if you're a blogger, if you have a blog or a website, this is a fabulous way to get people from your blog or website to like your page. And there's lots of different plugins here you can get and use for that. All right. Another thing I wanted to show you was this is where you can link your page to Twitter right here. So I mentioned that as well. This is really important, and this is a great way to get people from Twitter over to your fan page, because every time you post on your fan page, it's sending out a tweet with that post. And especially if you posted something like a status update or a photo, when they click the link, they're coming back over to your fan page. So it's a great way to get people from Twitter over to the fan page. Okay, what else do I want to talk about here? That's pretty much for resources, what I wanted to cover for resources. Admin roles here, just so you know about this one, if you want to add someone as an admin, you have to be friends with them. You'll just scroll down to the bottom, start typing in their name. They will show up in the drop down. You can select them, and then you can give them different permissions as far as, you know, what you see here, this is our leadership staff at OBO, and we all are able to Andy and I, who is our CTO, we are really the managers managers of the page, but everybody else can actually create content and put content on the page if they wanted to. If you had somebody that was helping you with the page, I would give them a content creator or even moderator status, okay? Moderator status is where they can go in and they can post as you on posts that you've put up. So if someone responded to a post, let's say you put a post on your fan page, you posted an article about a market analysis, or no, let's just do a market update about what's going on in your market with real estate. So you posted that to your fan page. If you had a moderator, like if someone came in and asked you a question about that post, then you could go in, your moderator could go in and reply to the question. The moderator can't actually post things on your page, but they can reply when people engage. I don't really see a point to that one so much. I think if you're going to have someone helping you, you might as well allow them to post the content as well. You would probably provide the content. Alrighty, let's move on. Excuse me. I think I have a sinus infection. And I keep hoping it's going to go away on its own because I hate to take antibiotics. Once I start taking them, I get sick all the time. If I stay away from antibiotics, I never get sick. But here I have a sinus infection. So, okay, so let's go back to the PowerPoint. I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about as far as the admin and setting all of that up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about are apps and adding apps. So under the profile page, you probably saw on every fan page under the profile photo, you're going to see that there are 4 apps that show. Photos you cannot change. The Photos app is always going to be the first one right here. The rest of these you can actually switch out. You can change them around as you want. You can drag them and drop them, and I'll show you how to do that. And you can add cover images to these now, which is really kind of cool. Now every page can have up to 12 apps, and there's a little drop down right here where you would click to see. It shows here that we have 6 apps that are hidden. So you could click that and see the ones that are hidden, but only 4 can be featured. So these are the 4, and you can pick which 3 of your apps you want to be featured. Every app has a unique URL. I'll show you how to get that. The image that you put on the app, the dimensions are 111 by 74. So again, if you add an app and you want to have a custom image to it, you can create that. It's 111 by 74. And then you can also let's head over there and I'll show you how to do that. We already talked about that. Okay, so let's go back to the home page for OBO. And let's talk about the apps as soon as they load. Here they are. So here are the apps that OBO has. You see we have our Photos app, our Events app, and if I click on that, it does all of the events, and I'll be, later this week or first of next week, I'll be filling this up with all of the November webinars. So this is always a place you can come to see which webinars or what webinars are going on during the month, okay? So there's our Events app. And then I want to demo. Now this is a custom app that I created, and let me show you how this, if I click on it, it's not working. I just realized I made a change on that. I need to fix that. Okay. I created a new landing page and I never linked it. All right, I need to fix the I Want a Demo app. Oh, well, so we're not going to use that. We do have a Welcome to OBO page as well, and that one is not working either at the moment because both of these I need to update. I don't think. Let me give it a moment. Okay, yes. I had some issues. I apologize for that. With lejour.com. I used to promote lejour.com, and I had some major issues with them, and I had to call them, and I had an upgraded membership where I was paying $30 a month, or OBO, we were paying $30 a month for that, and I wanted to downgrade it to the free membership, which allows me to have one free landing page, which would be my traditional page. But obviously what they did was they deleted my whole account once I downgraded, which kind of makes me mad. But anyway, I have a new landing page already created on another platform that I'm using. I'm using Wix, Wix.com. Let me just pull that up for you, Wix.com. And if you want to create custom landing pages, this is like the best app. It's It's free. The free version has Wix advertising on it, but I still use it. I'm probably going to switch over to the paid version here pretty soon because we're really starting to use this for lots and lots of landing pages within OBO. So we'll probably be switching to the paid version, but right now we have several of them built and we are using the free version. And you can create Facebook landing pages with this app. You can create landing pages for your website or for your blog. Wix is a phenomenal site. I highly recommend it, and the free version is fabulous. Like I said, the only thing with the free version is it's going to have a little Wix branding on it. It's going to show that it's a Wix page, and people can click that logo to go over to Wix. Okay, but it's not like in your face branding. All right. Back to OBO. So let's look at the other apps. Free webinars. This is an app that I have where people are and this app. Okay, I need to fix these because these were all, I did this with Leisure yesterday. I had this phone call with them yesterday, so that's why all of a sudden these apps, I need to fix these three because these were all Leisure apps. And like I said, I canceled. Leisure was actually bought by another company, and it's messed up. So if you're on Leisure, you may need to go over there and get your site canceled. Anyway, Pinvolve is a Pinterest app that we're using. All right, well, maybe it's Facebook because this app has nothing to do. I'm thinking now maybe none of the apps are working for some reason. This might be a Facebook issue. Facebook is buggy. It does weird things sometimes. Let me see if I can let's see if the Tweet app is working. Nope, none of my apps are working. So it's not just Leisure. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So normally these apps will show, the Tweet app shows our Twitter chain, everything that's been going on. Let's see if this is Network Blogs. It shows all of our blog posts. None of our apps are working today. I don't know what's going on. It must be a Facebook issue because these are all coming from different sources. Let me just go on to show you how this all works, though, regardless. Now, networked apps is networked blogs is one of my favorite apps. That's right here. If you're a blogger, I would definitely pull in the network blog apps, and it's network blog, and it pulls in all of your blog posts. So anybody that wants to read our blog normally can click right here, and they'll see all of our blog posts. And they can also click to follow, which is really cool. So the Networked Blogs is a great little app. The Twitter app, if you use Twitter, I highly recommend pulling in your tweets to your Facebook page like this. If you're on Pinterest, the Pinvolve app is fabulous. It's really fun. It'll pull in all of your last pins. It's a great way to get people from your fan page over to Pinterest. YouTube as well, use the YouTube app. The Maps app is going to be there no matter what. Your Likes app is going to be there. Let me show you how to edit these now. Let's just say I wanted to add edit the Twitter app. I could swap positions. If I wanted to move it up, I could move it up. I could swap positions with events or likes or video, or actually any of these I could swap positions with. So that's how you move them around. So let's say I wanted to move it to events. I could click the events, and now they've swapped. And now I'm going to swap them back because I want my events up here more than I want to promote our events. So the four that show are these three are the ones that you are going to want to promote the most. So maybe like the OBO Listings app might be one that you want to put up here to promote all of your listings. Now let me show you how to edit the little photo that's on those. You can also remove them if you want to, remove from favorites, but you can uninstall. You can click Edit Settings right here, and this is how you change the photo. Once you click Edit Settings, you're going to, actually I clicked the wrong one. I can't change that one. Let's go to this one. Let's click Edit Settings on the Twitter tab, and Custom Image, where it says Custom Tab Image Change, I could click on the change, and then it's going to allow me to click Change again and browse for an image, and then I could change this little photo. And that was, I believe, 111 by 74. Yep, 111 by 74 is the exact size of that image. All right, so let's go back here. I'm going to cancel that. All right. Okay, so those are your apps. Let me go back here because I know I wanted to pull up the OBO Listings app for you. which is right here. If you want to install that, it's really simple install. You're just going to, and again, these slides are going to be sent to you. You could click right on it, and then you would continue. I'm going to continue as myself. And from here, I would go on to add the OBO app, to click the OBO app to my page. And let's show you. Once you add it, I would choose the page. And I'm not actually going to add this to my page, but once you do, it'll show. So let me go back. Once you choose your page, it's going to show in the option. It'll show up. Let me scroll down here. And there's a drop down. Once you've added it, it's going to show. You'll see it. Oh, I hate they take so long to load. It'll show right in here. And then what you do is you're going to click on that app, and it's going to have a window, a login window. And it's going to, see, now the apps are working. It was a Facebook glitch. Something was going on and they weren't working. But once you, because now here's my Network Blogs app working, you're going to have a login and a username window pop up. What that is asking for is your OBO login and username. You're going to put those in, and you're going to click OK, and then all of your OBO listings will show here, and you'll never have to do that again. It'll save that setting for you. But you have to set that the app up the first time when you install it. Okay, so right when you install it, you're going to go there, you're going to open it up, and then you're going to put in your OBO username and password, click the save button, and then all of your listings will show automatically, and it will auto update. You don't have to add new ones or take old ones out that you deactivate. Okay, it's going to update on its own. All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. The Networked Blogs app, I already told you about that, is one of my favorite. Again, YouTube and Flickr is also good if you like to post photos. And then you can also find, there's tons of fun apps, and you can go to this link as well, facebook.com/fan page apps. And again, you guys will get the slide, so you'll have this link. You can click here and just browse through all the different apps that Facebook has to offer you. And my suggestion is, when you're looking at apps, look at how many people use the app, and that's usually a good indicator of how good the app is. The best apps are going to have lots and lots of users. Okay. All right, let's look at your timeline, because recently Facebook gave our fan pages a timeline, which is really kind of cool, especially if you work for a big brand like a Prudential or a Coldwell Banker. You can go back in your timeline and put in all the different historic dates of your brand, which would be really kind of fun to do. And then, of course, another idea, which I love for the timeline, is every time you do a closing, whether it's with a buyer or seller, add that as a milestone to your timeline. And what Facebook does is it takes these timeline posts and it gives them a whole lot of priority in the news feed. That means that post is likely to show in more news feeds than any other type of post, because Facebook gives these timeline posts a lot of priority. So I would add all of your closings. And you can add, if your clients are okay with it, I would always get permission first, take a picture of them at the closing table, add the photo, and tell your fans what the closing is. Introduce the people that are closing and give them, kudos and congratulations, and add that milestone post. All right, let's move on and look at Pin a Post. This is a fairly new feature that Facebook introduced that allows you to pin a post to the top of your fan page. Because what used to happen is, especially if you had something important that you wanted to post, maybe you're doing an open house and you wanted to keep that up front on your fan page, you couldn't do that. As soon as you posted something else, that open house post was going to roll down towards the bottom of your page. So now what you can do is you can actually pin a post to the top. And what that's going to do, it's going to take that particular post and keep it at the very top of your fan page. And in order to do that, you just go to the post and you click on the little pencil icon, and then you click Pin to Top. And what that does is it'll keep it up there for 7 days. If at any time you want to remove it, you can just go in there and click Unpin. You would click again on the pencil, and then you would click Unpin to unpin the post. Okay, you can also highlight a post, and most typically people highlight photo posts, and what that does is it makes the post go across both columns of the news feed. So let me show you this real quickly on the OBO fan page, because I do have a highlighted post right now, but it's going to be, as soon as this loads, we'll look at it. It's going to be down here just a tad. Still loading. And here it is. So this was last week. We had a picnic in Utah. We had conference, and after one of our all-day sessions, we had a picnic one evening, and this was all of the OBO gang. Well, not all of us, but this was probably about a quarter of us that aren't photographers. This does not include photographers. This is our managers, our sales reps, our leadership team, things like that. And this is probably not all of us, but again, probably about a quarter of us that are on the team, and at a picnic. And I highlighted this. I made it go across 2 columns. And in order to do that, you click the little star icon. So if I click it again, I would remove it from highlights and go back to just a little square photo. Or I can go ahead and highlight it, but that cuts off half of us, right? So I wanted it highlighted so it would go across both columns, and that's how you highlight a photo. All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. You can also center your photos and reposition them. So in order to do that, you're going to click on the little pencil icon again, and when you click on that, one of your choices is going to be reposition photo. And then you just kind of drag it around to put it to center it how you want it centered. And you can see that the photo here that I uploaded, it's a beautiful photo, but it was showing really a little too much ceiling because it was centering at the top of the photo. So I clicked the reposition button, I kind of dragged it down a little bit and centered it more in the true center of the photo so that there is more equal amounts of ceiling and floor, which is how I like the photos to be, and that's how I centered it. And then I click Save. Also, wall filters, if you notice right under your app tabs on your fan page, there is a wall filter, and you can actually filter the way you see or you read the wall. It could be and you can do this on any fan page, not just your own. You could do it by friend activity, which would be posts or activity that your friends have had on that page. You can view just post by page, or you can see what other people have posted. So just so you know that you can do that, and it will change how you're viewing the page. Let me just show you that really quickly. So let's move up here, and right now we are in the highlights mode, but I could go to post by others, and let's just see what other people are posting on the OBO fan page. And we'll get those to load. And hi, OBO, you've got a terrific page, beautiful pictures. So these are what other people are posting on our page. I'm going to go back to the highlights view because that's what I prefer to see. All right. And let's move on to fan messages. Now, fan messages is part of the new admin panel, and what it does is it allows, and you can set this up. You can click right on here to edit the settings for messages. So you could turn it off or turn it on. But again, I think if you're going to have a fan page, it's really important to have that turned on so that if someone is on your fan page, and I'm about to sneeze, and they want to contact you, they can contact you through messages very, very easily. And like I said, people are going to want to reach out to you wherever they are, whether it's on Facebook or on Twitter or on Pinterest. Leave yourself open to as much communication as you can. Now you'll get alerted to these when someone posts here. Okay, you'll get. You can set yourself up for an email notification, but you're also going to get a big red number right here next to messages. See how I have a number 1 next to notifications? Now, if I had a new message, I'd have a red number next to messages. So when I log in, it would kind of jump out at me, and I would see it right away. Admin panel. The new admin panel. Let's just hop over there and look at it. I hate it. It's a love-hate relationship that I have with the new admin panel. I hate it because it makes the page load really slowly. But I like it because I get an immediate feel for the conversations that are going on, what people are doing on the fan page, because I can see right here what those are. I can also see when I've had new likes. Like today I've had, I had one 2 hours ago, I had one 4 hours ago, I had one 7 hours ago. I really like this, that I can see who they are as well. I can hover and see, who they are and if they're in the, real estate industry or not. And I love that I can kind of see my insights here and see the different engagement that I'm getting on these insights and how it's going. So anyway, this is the new admin page. If you want to get detailed insights, and you should be checking this out, if you're going to have a fan page, you really need to study your insights. So we'll let this load. And here I can see the different activity that's going on the page, my total reach, talking about, things like that. I can look at individual posts, which days I'm getting, some great posts on. I was out of town for 2 weeks, so my insight, and I didn't do as much posting as I normally do during that 2-week period, so my insights are down a little bit. But this is something I really want you to pay attention to right here. These are all of the different posts that I've posted, and I can see the engaged users, how many people engaged with the post. I can see how many people talked about it, mentioned it, shared it, how viral that post went, and the total reach. And what I want you to pay attention is you need to look at these, and if you hover over the date, it's actually going to give you the time that you posted that. Pay attention to this really carefully. Look for patterns. See if posting at 5 o'clock you're getting more engagement than you do when you post at 10 o'clock in the morning, at 5 p.m. Look to see what times of the day you're getting the most engagement. Also look to see what types of posts you're getting the most reach and the most engagement on. And really, really pay attention to these stats. And I'm going to click to promote this post. So this one's new. I had to hover to see what that was. So you can actually promote a post right from here. But really watch these stats and pay close attention to them. Let's see some of these numbers. I'm actually looking at them myself right now to see how well we did. This post, this was a blog post I did yesterday. It had some pretty good viral numbers on it, but the reach is pretty low. But I think what happened was it was actually shared a couple times. So the reach from the OBO page, we may have only reached 210 people, but because it was shared on a lot of other pages, it actually went pretty viral. So interesting. You really have to, you almost have to be an expert to understand some of these stats. They get a little confusing even to people like me. So anyway, let's go back. But there's lots more in here. You can actually click on likes to see where your fans are coming from, which is kind of fun as well. See what cities, well, hopefully from you, they're pretty consistent. To see, age groups of your fans. You can see, who liked you, who unliked you. You can't see who, but you can see how many people. We had 2, you can see, okay, maybe I posted too much this week because we had several unlikes this week. You can see where the sources of your likes are coming from. So people liked it on the page, or whether they liked it from a like box, which is on our blog or our website. On Hover, maybe they liked it on Hover. So maybe it was somebody, like when one of my friends engages on the fan page, it shows up here in the Twitter, and people could have maybe hovered over that and then saw that somebody was posting on the fan page and clicked the like to like the page right from here, which they can do. So anyway, there's lots of different ways the hover could come in. Some people liked it from their mobile phone. Recommendations, that's nice. We have a couple recommendations, so 3 people liked it from there. Anyway, so those are interesting to study as well. All right, let's move on, because I am running over, which happens sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. Okay, how to get more fans. Let's get into this meaty part because ultimately it's all about getting more fans and getting more engagement on your page. So getting more fans, again, it's not as critical as it was before. I want you to remember that your goal is actually engagement, and stop thinking about the number of fans that you have and just start working really hard to get engagement on your posts. But this is a study that was done by ExactTarget, excuse me, and it shows the different reasons why people like a page, and obviously they allow people to select more than one reason, but the number one reasons were to receive discounts and promotions, to show support for the company, to get a freebie, to stay informed about activities, to get updates about future products, to get updates on upcoming sales. For fun and entertainment is a big one. 29% of people say they like a page for fun and entertainment. So having a fun page is really important. Okay, let's move on and look at the fan box. Now, I already showed you where to get the widgets. Remember when you went into settings and I showed you in that you could click to get the widgets? This is one of the widgets. This is the a blog where we had a widget installed. And right from this widget, people could click the like button right from here. They didn't even have to come over to our fan page. They could go right here and click the like button. So if you have a website or blog, install a widget like this into them, and it's a great way to get some activity and friends over on your fan page. Also, advertising is a great way to get more fans. Again, it's really about the engagement, and if you have a truly engaging page, you're going to get fans organically without paying for them. But if you want to pay for advertising, Facebook has, I still think Facebook advertising is very powerful, and it's a great way to get likes if you want to do that, or it's a great way to drive people to a fan page because you can demographically target exactly who you're going after. So if you want to pick people within a certain city, whether they're married or unmarried, maybe you want to pick people that are engaged because engaged people are typically looking to buy homes. Maybe you want to pick people. You can do all of that through Facebook demographics: age, sex, college education, zip. You can really narrow it down. So you can really target through a Facebook ad should you decide you want to do that. Also, you have to market your fan page everywhere possible, not just on your website and blog. You should also have it in your email signature, in every brochure that you create, on your business cards. You should have the URL to your fan page. Any advertisements you do, you should include a link to your Facebook fan page. And this is just a copy of my signature, and you can see the F for Facebook right here. This goes not to my profile page, but to the OBO fan page. Okay. Another thing you can do, because you cannot reach out as your fan page and engage, you can only do that from your profile page. But one of the things you can do is when you're posting as yourself, you can actually tag your fan page. And so this is my friend Patty Reed, and I just went over to her page as a demo and said, "Hi Patty, I'm showing my webinar friends how to tag their fan page in a post. Thanks for being my friend, love," and then I put @OBO. So to tag, you simply use the @ symbol and start typing the name of your page, and you'll see the drop down. You click on your page, and then you can tag it. And now this is a hot link that will go over to the page. Now, this is good for exposing Patty's friends to OBO. So hopefully Patty's friends would come over here and click. So when would you do this? When would you reach out and tag your fan page? Maybe when you're wishing people happy birthday. If they've ever been a client of yours, you would go over, "Happy birthday, Susan. Hope you have a great day. Lots of luck, love," or, best wishes, signed, your fan page. So those are some times. Or you might say, if you've had a closing with someone, you could go over there and say, "It was a pleasure working with you. Congratulations on your new home. Best wishes for the future, signed, your fan page." And now that works well if you have a real estate-based fan page or even a geographic-based fan page. All right, so let's move on. Another great way to promote your page is through offline promotions. And some of the fun ones that you could do would be, I've been talking about this one for a couple years now, but it's one of my favorite ideas would be to do a pumpkin carving contest. And what you do, you have to combine this with a direct mail campaign, but you would select a neighborhood or an area that you farm and send a postcard out to everyone announcing that you're going to do a pumpkin carving contest. You ask them to they can mail in or email the photos to you. You're going to create a photo a photo album on your fan page and upload all of the photos. Once you have them, you'll say, on this date, all the photos will be posted to the fan page. The photo with the most likes, that family is going to get a dinner for four, maybe a family dinner at a local restaurant. So maybe the dinner would cost you a $100 gift certificate at Applebee's or, Red Robin, or a family type dinner place. And it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. And you're going to give that to the winner. So it's a great way. You take all those photos on the day that you decided, you post your photo album with all of the pumpkin photos, and you just wait to see which photo gets the most likes, and you award them the dinner then. But it's a really fun way to get engagement on your page. And you could do similar things with the best, holiday lighting photos, the best summer vacation photos, the best flower garden. You could even do it with things like April Fool's Day stories, favorite jokes, things like that. So there's lots of different ways you could do these promotions, but it's a fun way to get people over to your fan page. Okay. Let's look at when to post. Now, I already showed you in the demographics how to look at all your posts, even the time of day, the day of the week, all of that, and see what works best for you. Studies have shown that this was a study that was done by Virtue, and honestly, there have been loads and loads of studies. And this shows that peak time on Facebook tends to be 3 p.m. at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That doesn't mean it should be when you're posting. Also, studies show that within your time zone, a lot of people go on to Facebook at noon, around the noon hour, because that's when they're at lunch, and they'll check Facebook on their mobile phone while they're at lunch. So that's a good time to post as well, as right before the lunch hour, because the average post will live for about 3.5 hours in the news feed. So as long as you're posting within that window to catch the lunch hour, you'll have better results on those. So I would try to make one of your posts like between 10 and noon every day, so that you're catching that noon traffic. And then the rest of the posts, you really should just study your results and see when you're getting the most traffic. It could be that 8 p.m. works great for you. It could be 4 p.m. works great for you. Everybody's audience is going to be slightly different, and you just look at your patterns, try to pick out patterns, try to see what times are working best for you. Also, days of the week. Now, traditionally, Facebook tends to have the highest amount of traffic on Wednesdays, but studies have shown the traffic is more engaged on Fridays. So, again, and on the weekends, there's less traffic, but you also have less competition, because most fan pages do not post on the weekends. So if you are posting on the weekends, you're more likely to get attention because you're one of the few fan pages or one of the few people that is posting. So just because there's less traffic on Facebook on the weekends doesn't mean that it's a bad time to post. It might be one of the best times for you to post, because you're going to get more feature in the news feed. I think I have. Hang on, okay. Another thing you can do for post is you can schedule posts with an app called Hootsuite. I really love Hootsuite. I don't like scheduling posts. You can also schedule posts right within Facebook, and that's a relatively new feature as well. I need to show you that. So if you're going to be away, or if you're working at a certain time and you want to schedule posts, you can do it right within Facebook now. You're just going to come over to your page, and you have to be posting as your page. So I make sure I change this to OBO right up here. It says I'm posting as Marcy James. I need to change this to OBO. And now right here, when I click to post, there's a little clock. So if I click on the clock, I can add the year, then I can add the month, then I can add the day, then I can add the hour, and I can actually schedule this post out. So I do this a lot of times if I'm going to be in meetings all day, or if I'm going to be away, or if there's a certain event that I'm posting, I can create the post ahead of time, and I know it's going to have it post the morning of the event or the evening before the event. So it's great that you can schedule right within Facebook. But I still don't do this very often because I like to engage with my own posts. So here's an example of that. I posted this earlier this morning. I came in as Obio and I posted this photo. And then I went up here to the top and I clicked Change to Marcy. And I came back to that photo. And I'm waiting for it to load. And I commented as myself on the photo, and that's what I like to do. And then we have a lot of our photos have been shared a lot. This one has 3 shares so far, and I always come in and like the shares. But honestly, a lot of our photos have been shared 8, 9 times, and this one's only been up for about 2 hours. So I'm sure by the end of the day it will have been shared quite a few more times. But it's amazing. People love photos. If you have Obio taking great photos for you, or if you're a photographer and you're taking great photos, that's such a great type of content to share on your fan page. They tend to go viral more than any other type of content. Okay, get a lot of engagement. So before we move on, I want to talk about EdgeRank because I've kind of been I've talked about the news feed and getting your posts into the news feed. And I want to make sure you understand EdgeRank, and I want to make sure you understand how the news feed works. So the Facebook news feed is what you see on Facebook. It's the feed that shows what your friends are posting when you go there. Now, I want you to know that if you and I both had the exact same 250 friends, our news feeds would look entirely different. And the reason is because even though we have the exact same friends, the content you see is not going to be the content I see. Facebook selects the content that goes into your news feed based on some very personal things. And the number one thing is the relationship that you personally have with the person posting or the page that's posting. So the more that you engage with someone, the people that you engage with the most and the pages that you engage with the most are the ones that are going to show in your news feed. The ones that you don't go to as often aren't going to show. And one of the things, and that's why it's so important to reach out to people as your profile page, to reach out to them and post on their pages and start conversations with them, because the more you build that relationship, the more likely they are to see the things that you post in their news feed. So relationship is number one. And so it's really important for you to get people coming over to your page and engaging and building that relationship. Number 2 is the amount of engagement that any individual post has had. So the more engagement a post has, the more likely it is to show in your newsfeed. So maybe you have a friend that you don't engage with very often, but they posted something that has had a ton of comments and a ton of shares and a ton of likes. Well, that's probably going to show in your newsfeed based on the fact that it's had a lot of engagement. Facebook says, oh, this must be a really interesting post because it's getting so much engagement. I'm going to put that into your news feed because I want to give you a news feed that has great content that keeps you interested in Facebook. Okay, and then the third thing that determines what shows in the news feed is time relevancy, and the average post is going to live about 3.5 hours within the news feed. If that post is getting tons of interaction, it's going to have a longer lifespan. If you posted something and nobody clicked on it, nobody liked it, nobody shared it, that post may die and move out of the news feed within 1.5 hours or even less. So it just depends on, so what shows in the news feed depends on all three of these things. So that's why everybody's news feed is completely different, and the things that you see are completely different. And that's why getting the engagement is so, so important, because when people engage on your page, they're building that relationship with you. That means more of your posts are going to show on their page, and they're also building the engagement of the individual posts, which means it's going to show in more news feeds. So how do you get that engagement? Well, there's lots of different ways, but one of the easiest ways is to be funny, to use comedy. People love comedy, whether it's a joke that you tell or a funny little picture photo, which they're all over Facebook now, those funny picture photos. The pictures that have text on them that say those funny things, they go viral. People love them. So don't be afraid to use that type of content on your fan page because people will engage with it. Also, don't be afraid to stray off topic and post something personal on your fan page. You could tell, this is my friend Nicole, and she posted about the tooth fairy. She didn't name her children. She just told a quick little status update, a little story. Got a ton of engagement. So don't be afraid to stray off topic and occasionally throw in there that personal story because people love this. This is something so many people can now have a bond with Nicole because they can totally relate to her story about the tooth fairy, and it creates that emotional connection that makes people want to work with you, that makes people want to refer you. Builds that trust. Another way to get engagement is to post photos. Again, beautiful photos go viral faster than any other type of content on Facebook. So if you hire a professional to take your listing photos, I totally recommend it. You're going to have a huge inventory of great photos to share on Facebook. And this is my favorite way of actually posting listings as well. I don't really believe in necessarily posting your listings in a salesy manner to Facebook. But what I do love is when you take one incredible photo from that listing, post it with a comment that says something vague like, let's just say, love this. Oh wait, I have a slide. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here in a moment. Let me move up to the slide right here. So they posted one photo of the listing. It's this beautiful hot tub with a pool in the background. There's a table with an umbrella. You can't see, I know it's just a little thumbnail here, but there was chairs thrown over the towels thrown over the chairs. There was like drinks on the table. It was just such a cute little photo. And all he said was, loving this shot of an upcoming listing, a great patio. And look at the comments this got. Now, if he had posted a front shot of this listing and said, this is my new listing and blah, 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 for sale, blah, blah, guess what? He would have gotten very little engagement on the photo because, number one, he gave away all the information already, and number two, he was listing it for sale. But because he did this in a fun way, he got a ton of engagement. People are like, oh, it's so cute. I love it. Location, where is this? They want to know where it's at. How much? People are saying, I'll buy it now. So it was really fun and engaging because of the way he posted it. And this is how I would think you should be posting your listings. This way, if someone is interested in a home and they start reading this feed, they're going to start asking you questions. Even if they're not interested in buying a home, they can still have fun because it's a fun photo and still enjoy it. All right, so let's move back because I moved ahead with that one. Another great way to get that engagement is to ask questions on your fan page, and it could be something, and don't be afraid to stray off topic with your questions. Sue Adler just asked about rainy day activities on her fan page because it was a rainy day in her market, and she got tons of great ideas. You can also say, hey, well, where's the best place to get a buffalo burger in Denver, or where's the best place to eat sushi in Miami? Or you could do something like the Good Life team. The Good Life team out of Austin, Texas, I love them. And they have, I love this post because what they did was they killed actually two birds with one stone. I'm going to read this to you. It says, hold on to your seats, Austin, as Formula One speeds up. Site location has been selected. Curious how this will affect Austin? Check out our blog post and they put a link to their blog post about how this new Formula One racetrack is going to affect the city of Austin. But they didn't stop there. They went on to say, want to get a jump start on real estate near the site? And then they added a link to a page that showed commercial real estate listings that are available near the racetrack site. So I just thought that was a fabulous post. They're posting about, how this non-real estate related thing is going to affect the city of Austin, but then they added in some real estate content reminding people we're here to sell real estate. So I really loved this one. Okay, another way, again, is to be vague and to tease your fans. This post I thought was really cute from my friend Mariana, and she wrote, Dear Foursquare, thank you for the new listings. Love, Mariana. And she's a big Foursquare user, loves Foursquare, and checks in. And she's really funny, which is why she's so popular on Foursquare, because she leaves funny tips. Everywhere she goes, she checks in and she leaves these funny little tips. And she starts engaging with people, other Foursquare users, and she's made so many connections with Foursquare. She's gotten a ton of listings simply from using Foursquare. She doesn't sell listings on Foursquare. She makes friends, she builds relationships with people, and she gets listings because of that. So, and that's really what social media is all about. Okay, another great way is video. Video is more engaged with, is one of a great medium. It's a great way to mix up the content on your fan page as well. And then make your sales pitch fun. We already talked about this one. And then psychologically, using the words you or your when you're talking to your audience makes people feel like you're personalizing it. So try to use the words you and your when you're posting and you're talking directly to your audience. And then a few final tips on how to get that engagement. Try to post as often as possible. 2 to 3 times a day, I think, is perfect. If you can only post once a day, that's, once a day will do it. But 2 to 3 times a day during those high traffic windows is what you should shoot for. Make sure that you thank your friends by name. When people engage on your page, you should engage back immediately and address them by name. Thanks, Sue. That's a great idea. Thanks, John. I agree. Check for comments frequently and always reply immediately. And then, as I showed you earlier, like and comment on your own posts. So you post as the fan page, you come back as yourself, you like it, and you comment on that post. And guess what? Now that post has already had engagement, which Facebook likes, plus you're kind of starting that chain of engagement. And when I do that, a lot of times people will start commenting under me. I think it really kind of opens the gate for commenting when you are the first one to comment on your own post. All right, I went way over. I apologize. I'm going to pull out the questions panel. I have all of my contact information here for you and see if I have any questions. Let's see here. It looks like I have quite a few. Okay, Deanna says, can we have the slides? Yes, they're going to be emailed to you, Deanna. They're going to come in an email that says, thank you for attending the webinar. Don't delete that. Open the email up, and within that email, you're going to see there are links to the slides. Let's see. Got it. Thanks. Okay. Thanks, Dan. Carlene, you went too fast on how to get the URL. Explain that again. Okay, Carlene, there were several different ways to do it. You can do it just by going to facebook.com/username. Facebook.com/username, and you can get a custom username for your page. It just make it whatever you decide to title your page. You can use a shortened version of that or something else for your username. Okay, thanks, David. Let's see. Tatiana says, you're fabulous, not fast. Oh, thank you, Tatiana. I am. I get it from a lot of people. I go fast, but it's because I have so much information I want to share. And if I go too fast for you, just come back and take the webinar again. Okay, can you repeat? Okay, somebody says, can you repeat how to post to Twitter from Facebook? Okay, David, I'm going to show you that real quick. We're going to go up to, let me Tobio, where I'm here. Up to the top, I'm going to click on Edit Page. I'm going to click on, I'll just click on Update Info and get that to load. And from here, I'm going to click on Resources, right here, the Resources. And under Resources, Twitter, right here, link your page to Twitter. So you would click here to do that, and you just basically have to grant permission for Twitter to post and things like that. So, okay, thanks, David. Okay, Jennifer, where do you find, okay, I'm sorry, Jennifer, I'm not sure what you were referring to. Deanna, I have to leave early. Oh, you're still here, though. Deanna, you should be automatically sent the slides, okay? They should come to you automatically. Jennifer says, what does engaged user really mean? What does that measure? An engaged user is someone that actually clicks the like button or comments or shares the post. and that's an engaged user. Let's see, Jennifer, let's see, Carlene, is there a Facebook 101? Carlene, there is a Facebook 101. I just actually had it earlier this week, but I do it every month. I will be posting in the next, by the end of this month, I'll be posting my schedule for October and November. So you can go to obio.com/training. You can get it there. You can go to the fan page and get it in the events tab on the fan page. So there's lots of different places that you can see them, but I will be updating with all, and we will have Facebook 101, which honestly I think for most realtors you don't need a fan page. I think for the average realtor, you can do more networking and engaging from your profile page than you can from your fan page. But fan pages are great for SEO. There's some great benefits out of using a fan page. So some people like to do both. But if you want to limit, if you only want to do one or the other, I would do just your profile page and not have a fan page at all, because you can't advertise from a profile page, but you can go out there and really reach out to people and engage with them and create some strong bonds and strong relationships with people from your profile page. Okay, Jennifer, what does, we already did that one. Engage here, let's see. I've been seeing people posting something about needing to hover over the like button, add them to your interest list so their comments will show in your news feed. Is that true? Can you tell me about that? I don't think that is true. I haven't heard that. We all have interests. I need to go back as myself so I can show you that. On my home page. And over here, if you'll scroll down, you'll have that, whoops, click more. Sorry, Facebook is really slow. There we go. So here are interests. I have an interest for real estate here, and I can click on that, and it's going to show all of the people that are in there. It was created by Chris Smith that he included in this real estate in this interest group. So interest groups were really big, like I don't know, probably a year ago when they were first introduced, but I don't know of too many people that really even use them anymore. I'm not worried about it. So what happens is, let me go over to my newsfeed now. And what I could do with anybody, when you hover over them, you could add them to an interest group if I want to. Let's see. I can also, if I hover right over the liked button, I can add to an interest list. So I could add them now to real estate topics if I wanted to. Or I could create a new list to put them into. But you really don't have to do that for them to show in your news feed. You can also, let me just go here to this page, and I hover over the liked button, and it says here show in news feed. So if they are set to show in my news feed, I could unclick that if I didn't want them to show in my news feed. All right. So I hope that answered your question. Okay, fan page and business pages are the same. Yes, they are. And I know I get confusing because I refer to them. Facebook tends to call them fan pages, but everybody else tends to call them business pages. But they are one and the same. Another question, should I create a business page and use the name of my real estate company for it? Yes, but you can create the name of your fan page is going to be indexed by the search engines, and it can actually be pretty long. And so I'd use the name of your company, but I might throw a geographic word in there as well. So maybe, the Tatiana team, real estate team, Denver, Colorado, or wherever it is they live, Tatiana. Throw that geographic, because the search engines love those geographic keywords when you include those. So you can make the name of the page fairly long. Now the username, when you go to get your custom username, you're probably going to want to shorten that to maybe just the Tatiana team. So facebook.com/Tatiana team, and that's that. Your username is that shortened URL that you're going to be able to use to promote your fan page, and that you would want to keep shorter. But the actual name of the page is given tons of priority by Google and Bing and the other search engines. So make that, you can make that longer and put that geographic keyword in there as well. All right, any other questions, guys? Okay, somebody's saying I am muted by an organizer. How do I unmute it? If you tell me, I can unmute you, but I don't see who you are. We keep everybody muted because otherwise there's tons of feedback on the call. Let's see. Let's see. I don't see who you are. You're not posting. I would unmute you if you have a question for me, but I don't see. I'm not getting a name next to your comment for some reason. All right, guys. Here, if you have a question for me, yes, the slides are going to be emailed. Another question about that. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Tatiana. You guys are awesome. Thanks, Tiana. Thanks, Tom. You guys have a great day. I hope to see you on another webinar soon.
The organizer